Hello and welcome to Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on Calgary's Business. Joining me today is Shelley Grollmuss, who is VP of Industry Development for Travel Alberta. Thanks for joining us today, Shelley.
Thank you, Mario.
Well, it's been a hard time for the tourism industry, obviously worldwide and particularly here in Alberta. Can you tell me just a little bit about the impact that the COVID environment has had on the tourism industry in the province?
For sure, and you're right. The COVID situation has had a huge impact on the tourism industry. And in fact, we're seeing right now probably about 2/3 of tourism businesses are quite concerned about being able to open for the summer season and perhaps having that season lost, and then how that will impact basically their future sustainability as an organization.
Yeah, and of course here in Calgary, you've got the biggest one, right? The Stampede. That's going to be interesting. Are you based in Calgary or Edmonton, by the way?
I'm personally based in Calgary, though we do have offices throughout the province. We have regional representation throughout Alberta.
So you're going to obviously miss the Stampede immensely, like everybody else, I guess.
Well, it's interesting, because festivals and events are key drivers to communities, especially in the summertime. So I think more than ever now, it's important to think about some of the museums, some of the attractions as they'll be able to open. What are some of the into before as a result of the situation?
You have a campaign going on right now called Alberta Rebound. Can you explain what that is?
Yes, we have created a Alberta Rebound strategy to essentially help navigate right now through the response, restart, and rebuild phase in working conjunction with our industry. And this is really all about rebuilding our visitor economy here in Alberta. We want to get back to the levels of 2019 of where we were before the whole COVID-19 situation started. We're taking a three-phased approach to it, and we're coming out with a campaign that's really focused around worth the wait, and that our province, it's worth the wait of exploring, it's worth the wait to go on a new journey, and we'll be able to adjust that creative and the messaging as things sort of as the phases come in and start to reopen.
There's also a virtual town hall I see on May 28th. What's that all about, and what's going to be happening there?
So this week is Tourism Week right across Canada, and traditionally it's a time to celebrate our industry. Of course, activities are a little different this year. We are celebrating sort of the resiliency of our industry and how they've been able to pivot during this challenging time and offer perhaps new experiences, maybe online, virtual experiences, things like that. To your point, we do have a town hall happening as part of that Tourism Week, which is happening on Thursday. And it's in conjunction with the Tourism Industry Association of Canada, Destination Canada, and the Indigenous Tourism Association of Canada, along with Travel Alberta. And we'll be giving a little bit of an update on what's happening across the country in terms of COVID-19, how it's impacted our industry, and some of the ways that we're looking to restart things as business starts to resume across the country.
Okay, and Shelley, you mentioned Tourism Week. Where can people find information on what's happening during this week?
For industry operators, we recommend any tourism businesses look at our industry hub, which is industry.travelalberta.com. Of course, for consumers, we are going to be sharing with them and promoting the importance of tourism in Alberta, because it does contribute significantly to our economy. It's over a $9 billion industry here in Alberta, and it employs over 73,000 people. And we will be sharing some of those messages out through our social channels as well, in keeping people informed on how tourism can help our industry and help the province economically as we all work to come back.
Okay, and the last question is, what do you think the future holds for the industry as we move forward and get by this period of time?
I think this year, obviously, we're going to be focusing on things a little bit closer to home. There's going to be a lot of local promotions and local visitation, and that will start to move outward as travel restrictions permit to other provinces in the country. And then once the border opens up, I think that will make a significant difference. Last year in Alberta, I believe we saw just over 2.1 million, or we generated, I should say, 2.1 billion in visitation from international visitors. So once the time is right and air access starts to come back to the province, that'll be a critical time for us to start to get Alberta's name back out there into the market and encouraging people to come visit our wonderful province.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for joining us today, Shelley.
Thank you so much.
That was Shelley Grollmuss, who is Vice President of Industry Development for Travel Alberta. This has been Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on Calgary's Business. Thanks for joining us today.